Do you know the biggest problem with the mainstream gynocentric worldview? It is as unbalanced as a seesaw with a stone and a mountain on each side. It teaches men to settle into slavery and worship women. Given that's a pressing concern, another issue needs to be addressed before bringing on a revolution. Understanding female psychology. The obliviousness of men to the inner working of women has put men at a disadvantage. How do you tackle something you don't understand in the first place? Let me help you. Conceptualizing the problem. As awareness of the realities of female nature fades away, men are left with this messed up idea that men are evil and women can do no wrong. This is pure bullshit. The gynocentric worldview does not teach men how to become strong and self-reliant. Instead, it encourages them to cater to women with zero expectations. Mutual care and support? Nah, men should not foster any desire for reciprocity. And the worst part is that this one-sided approach actively suppresses truths about women while spreading unfounded negativity about men. The system prefers men to reduce them down to utility and keep them ignorant. I am changing that by teaching you about how female psychology actually works. A battle of self-awareness. Women's interest in themselves and how men perceive them is undeniable. Despite this fiery passion, it rarely translates into deep philosophical reflections on womankind. Women tend to see their opinions of themselves as a direct reflection of their entire gender. It's like their own personal worldview is the be-all, end-all. Most women are blissfully unaware of their flaws. Their egos do not let them consider the possibility that they are maybe not so intrinsically wonderful. Lack of self-awareness leads women to deny their shortcomings rather than tackle them head-on. And if you dare talk about the general nature of women to a woman, without distinguishing between her and most women, guess what? She will lump herself in with the crowd and miss the point entirely. But do you know the most interesting thing? If you tell a woman that she is not like other women, she will quickly believe she is the exception to any generalization you throw her way. On the flip side, men handle things differently. They can take a generalization about men, and they will separate it from themselves. They don't get all defensive or offended right off the bat. Why? Because men, unlike women, have a healthy sense of self and don't let their ego dictate their actions. Insecurity and inferiority. Most men who are naive learn about women from women themselves because, well, they're women. But the reality couldn't have been more different. Women are not some abstractive truth seekers. No. They're all about emotional solipsism. See, when women talk about women, it's all projection, not investigation. They are not out there rationally exploring things. It is that core basis of solipsism driving their actions. Women, deep down, are insecure about being inferior to men and how much they rely on them for everything. The feminist movement is just a macro display of their insecurity. They know they cannot do it all on their own. They need men and powerful politicians to make it in this world. And the tragedy of all this is that they are fully aware of their neediness. However, instead of being grateful for men's support, most women despise it. No good deed goes unpunished, I guess. This blissful act of unawareness makes these women deadly. But unfortunately for them, they are stuck in a paradox they can't escape. Even those independent ladies require a man who's better in some way. More money, more strength, you name it. And they need that male superiority to even find men attractive. The worst part is that this entire situation is a breeding ground for their cunning side. Women are slick because they know they need more from men than men need from them. So they develop this intrinsic penchant for cunning, and they manipulate to get what they want. And then they resent men who fall for their tricks. Their insecurities about men doing them wrong fuel that exploitative, predatory misuse of power. It's like they masculinize themselves to protect themselves. Yet, the relationships between different aspects of the female psyche only give you a glimpse of the root and core of what is going on in their heads.